this side of the hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, I will now switch to English for those who don't get to speak French. But don't worry, you'll have plenty of opportunities here in the Alliance, which is the School of French in Kuala Lumpur, to learn a lot about France and French language during the day. Innovation today brings as many hopes as it conveys fears, hopes of being the driver of tremendous progress and a transformative force to face global challenges, but at the same time fears of uncontrolled economic and social upheavals, triggering even more global challenges. And in the last 30 years, since the emergence of the internet means something, both are probably true. There are rapid and rough technological waters. We're discussing just a moment before. We have never seen maybe such rapid changes in AI and in the rhythm of innovation, and we'll have to navigate those waters. So this is why at the embassy we wanted not only to have a second Innovation Day or another Innovation Day, but we wanted to have an Innovation Day that would be meaningful, with high-level keynote speakers, recognized specialists in their domain as panelists, startups, and major companies, French and Malaysian. We wanted key meaningful themes to be tackled: AI, green technologies, health, women in tech, talent building, all those things which are crucial to our future and I think to France and Malaysia and our priorities for all two countries. And indeed we wanted France and Malaysia to talk to each other, and thank you so much, dear Shamsul, CEO of NIO, to be with us this morning, and I'm looking forward to your presentation. Malaysia is an innovation player, not only in Southeast Asia, but in the world. Minister Gobind Singh Deo set ambitious goals, especially with this year when Malaysia is the chair of ASEAN, and pushes for the ASEAN Digital Economy Framework Agreement. I prefer to say DEFA, that's so quicker. And there will be in August the ASEAN Summit for AI. In September, the Smart City Expo Kuala Lumpur on SecCare 2025, which will establish Malaysia as a regional leader in city innovation, digital transformation, and ethical AI implementation. So it was very meaningful that we pushed for this day today. And France itself is a leading country when it comes to innovation and remains committed to fostering international collaboration. The AI Action Summit in last February in Paris was a success. A success also like Mistral AI, French unicorn, who just had a deal with NVIDIA, was considered at Vivatech, which is a huge step forward. We had a worldwide network of French tech, and especially here, French Tech Malaysia is very much alive and well, and I know that there are some representatives here this morning. There's also one in Vivatech at this very moment, sent me a WhatsApp at 8/17th, which means 2 o'clock in the morning in France. So a lot of work there, and I know that we will have a video with Vivatech at the same time. Today, Vivatech, where there are 17 Malaysian startups, 30 people all in all, which tells a lot about real innovation in Malaysia, and that's really great. All those are examples of what we can and aim to do with boldness, with talent, and with speed. But we want to do even more and learn from all corners of the world, because there is no innovation without openness. We must go faster, we must go further, and we must go together. That's exactly what we want to do. Cher Stéphane, you often stress the importance of learning how to talk or write to the AIs. And that is a technique which, according to your post, is almost close to an art sometimes. So what better place to do that would we choose than a language school? And there are many ways of language that we can learn. French is also a language for AI. I try that every day, and sometimes a bit strange. Even with French AI, sometimes they don't really understand what you mean. How to talk, which is important. And moreover, Monsieur le Directeur, what better place for showcasing breakthrough innovations than an art center? What better place for connection between French and Malaysia than one of the hearts of the French life in Kuala Lumpur? So in a word, what better place than the Alliance Française? And I hope that in the future it will also be at the Alliance Française in Penang, President. And maybe together with us, a lot of things that we can do together. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, before finishing, I would like to thank all those, and I see some of them here at the back, without whom nothing would have been possible today. All the partners also, and all who believe in this project from day one, the whole France and Europe team. Thank you to all of you for this already great success. Thanks for joining us today for this new edition of the French-Malaysian Innovation Day. Let's make this day count. A day of learning, of meeting, of imagining, but most importantly of all, building together. Merci, enjoy the day.
It is an indeed pleasure to stand before you all here today at the France-Malaysian Innovation Day. United under the theme Navigating the Technological Frontiers. In the age of rapid digital change, our two nations, France and Malaysia, have long shared the spirit of curiosity, creativity and collaboration. Today we harness that spirit once again to chart the next horizon together. His Excellency Ambassador Alex was the first VVIP to visit me, and at that time the newly established National AI Office earlier this year, with minimal protocol and maximum curiosity. It meant a lot to us that you were the first. And at that time, Nayo was barely 2 months old, young and full of ambition, still shaping his identity and finding its voice. His visit marked something deeper, a shared understanding that artificial intelligence is more than lines of codes of infrastructure. It is a powerful connector, a bridge between cultures, economies, and societies. That day, we saw the beginning of what we now call AI diplomacy. This means aligning our AI agenda from regulatory approaches to ethical standards and working side by side on research and real-world solutions that benefit our people, our businesses, and shared future. By combining France's excellence in innovation and engineering with Malaysia's fast-growing digital ecosystem, we can spark collaborations that are agile, impactful, and globally relevant, grounded in trust, mutual respect, and a shared vision for AI that serves the public good. Technology is nothing without people. The digital enculturation, the process of ingraining digital literacy, ethical awareness, and creative problem solving into our societies is truly fundamental. Alliance Française has already demonstrated leadership in language and cultural education. Today I invite them to extend that mission into an AI engineering education, hosting hackathons at natural language processing for Malay and French languages, coordinating exchange program for data scientists and policy scholars, curating AI ethics roundtable that brings together students, coders, and community leaders. Through workshops, joint events, and immersive learning experiences, we can cultivate a generation of Malaysian and French innovators who also can reflect on AI impact on culture, identity, and human dignity. France's vibrant startup ecosystem, exemplified by Station F, the world's largest startup campus located in the heart of Paris, offers a compelling roadmap for Malaysia's own AI entrepreneurs. With over 1,000 startups, a strong presence of global venture capital, and deep corporate innovation network under one roof, Station F demonstrates how the right ecosystem design can nurture bold ideas, accelerate scale, and translate research into real-world solutions. Inspired by this model, NIO is building cross-border innovation pathways in its core sectors: healthcare, transportation, agriculture, education, public services, and micro SMEs. The AI Center of Excellence under NIO are designed not only to push AI adoption across ministries in Malaysia, but also to foster real measurable outcomes in sectors that matters the most to to the rakyat citizens. AI Center of Excellence are designed to catalyze sector-specific innovation and co-create impactful AI use cases with government, academia, and industry partners. Ladies and gentlemen, at the heart of the National AI Office are the Sector Center of Excellence COEs, designed to ensure that AI adoption delivers not just innovation, but impacts where it matters the most, in areas of healthcare, transportation, agriculture, education, public services, and SMEs. Imagine a co-incubation program that connects a Malaysian agricultural AI startup with French agronomists and precision farming research labs, tackling food resilience through the use of AI. By reducing friction in cross-border research and development, investment, and talent development, we empower AI startups to thrive on both sides of the world. This is how AI diplomacy becomes real, through focused collaboration, shared governance, and sector-driven innovation that responds to challenges and opportunity of our time. What makes this more meaningful today is how Malaysia prioritizes intersection that naturally advances innovation leadership. Take transport, for example, where Malaysia is pioneering AI solution for predictive train set maintenance, port optimization, and passenger analytics via agencies in Malaysia such as KTMB, MRT, and Prasarana. This mirrors France's excellence in smart rail systems, mobility as a service, and next generation logistics. Through bilateral collaboration, we could pilot autonomous rail diagnostics and drone-enabled last-mile delivery in Port Klang and Penang, building from France's own rail advancement. In healthcare, for example, our AI pilots from clinical decision support to radiology enhancement resonates with France's frontier work in biomedical artificial intelligence, hospital optimization, and AI ethics in healthcare. Imagine what we could unlock by connecting our Ministry of Health in Malaysia with institutions like INSERM and APHP, co-developing early warning systems for non-communicable diseases and co-funding AI research that strengthens primary care. In agriculture in Malaysia, our work spans AI-driven pest detection, aquaculture monitoring, and real-time water analytics, water quality analytics. Efforts led by agencies like Muda Agriculture Development Authority, Department of Fisheries Malaysia, and Department of Veterinary Services Malaysia. This is where France's legacy in precision farming, robotic irrigation, and agronomic simulation models can be transformative. A co-incubation program at Station F could link a Malaysian paddy farmer startup with French agronomists, crop scientists, and ethical AI experts. For public services in Malaysia, we are pushing the frontiers with projects named such as AI at Work, which enhances legal drafting and casework efficiency, and AI for policymakers, designed to equip members of parliament with intelligent governance tools. This can be elevated by co-developing policies, simulation platform, AI-driven constituency dashboards, and legislation review boards with French GovTech partners and think tanks. In education in Malaysia, we are introducing personalized learning through platforms such as SBP IELTS, which is an AI system that adapts to student pace and strength. This can find strong synergy with France's push on inclusive edutech, AI in classroom ethics, and teacher training powered by machine learning. And for the micro and small businesses in Malaysia, we are testing up AI for creditworthiness analytics, demand prediction, and regulatory advisory. France's fintech and AI development communities can help shape inclusive models that unlock financing and global markets for even the smallest of agripreneurs. These are use cases that are not only aspirational, but they are operational. They are already in motion, guided by the National AI Office, and ready to scale with international partnerships. By connecting France's technological depth with Malaysia's practical pilots, we can build solutions that are not only advanced, but adaptive, inclusive, and deeply human-centered. France's contribution to AI engineering, from cutting-edge research to quantum machine learning to world-leading robotics, offer boundless avenues for joint collaboration. Quantum AI, for example, CEA's leadership in AI in France and high-performance computing is awe-inspiring. From co-innovation energy efficiency AI architecture with AMD to Factory IA platform fueling rapid prototyping and safe embedded AI use cases, to AI-enabled monitoring of XR supercomputers, and now entering the quantum frontier with Alice Report, France sets a new high bar. These capabilities provide a strong foundation for Malaysia to collaborate, pushing the frontiers on compute-intensive AI applications in areas such as climate monitoring, smart mobility, and advanced manufacturing. In the areas of AI, in robotics and AI, and Industry 4.0, we look towards piloting collaborative robots or cobots in Penang's manufacturing belt, tapping into France's excellence in mechatronics and automation to strengthen Malaysia's advanced manufacturing ambitions under the National Policy on Industry 4.0. Under Ethics and AI Governance, co-authoring a flagship white paper with UNITA on public sector AI adoption and adaptation to be published later this year, contributing to global discourse on responsible and inclusive AI development. These are not abstract possibilities. They are action items ready to be initiated through targeted research grants, intergovernmental working groups, and bilateral memoranda of collaboration. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in closing, I return to the thoughtful words of His Excellency, Mr. Alex, during his first visit to NIO earlier this year. He reminded us that we have everything to learn from one another and everything to gain from building partnership. So today, I invite each of you, diplomats, entrepreneurs, researchers, educators, and policymakers, to become co-authors of this grand algorithmic of progress. Let us navigate the frontier of AI, not just as competitors, but collaborators, united in purpose, empowered by innovation, and enriched by our diversity. Merci beaucoup, terima kasih, thank you, and may our shared journey propel both nations towards a horizon defined by innovation, inclusion, and enduring friendship. Terima kasih.
There's no question that it is a revolution. It has taken the world by storm, and when you're going through a storm, when there's a typhoon coming, what is the most important? What's important is to have a direction, is to have a vision, is to know where you want to go. And if you have to navigate through a storm, you need to be a captain, you need stewardship. And to answer this question, of course, it means predicting the future, and I don't have that ability of predicting the future. But we can look at the past. And fortunately for me, I got my master's degree in artificial intelligence in 1993 in the best engineering school, IT engineering school in France. So I have that ability to look back at the past and to learn from where the AI is coming from. I often get the question, AI existed in 93? Yes, AI was created in the 1950s. So what did we learn from the past? We learned from the past that there are some rules that we can apply, and most of all, there is a skill that we all need to develop, which is common sense, critical thinking. And those skills are even more important today with AI, technology, and those giants technology company, one French, a lot American, the others Chinese, that are coming and trying to impose their view of the world on us through technology. So we came out with 6 principles that are extremely important for companies and individuals to go through to approach AI in a more human way and in a way that will be useful for all of us. First principles, Axel told us that AI can speak French, can talk in Malay, in English, Russian, Chinese, simplified, traditional. So AI learned our languages, all the human languages. And it's something really amazing. In the last 30 years, we've never seen that. But we also need to learn to speak the language of AI. What is the language of AI? The language of AI is how do we talk to a machine? And never forget, you are talking to a machine. You're talking to a computer. You are typing, exchanging, speaking with a machine. That machine has no sense of right or wrong. So if you want to use it efficiently, you have to be very clear. What do I want from the machine? I'm giving an order to the machine to help me as a human. Technology is here to serve me. That's the way technology has been designed for centuries, millennia. So learn the language of AI. How do we speak to AI? The second principle, the second pillar, is that AI needs human work to help humans work. AI by itself is meaningless. You have to give the meaning. And the meaning is what? The meaning is everything you've written, everything your colleague have written. It's the basic principle of every company organization. This has to be in written forms so you can feed it to the AI. Most confidential information, most useful information. Without this, the AI is not that useful. Third principle, third pillar. Every time you need to use AI, there needs to be a human at the start and a human at the finish. Why do we need a human at the start? Well, if you leave an AI there on your computer, nothing happens, right? There needs to be a spark, there needs to be an idea, there needs to be a purpose, there needs to be something that needs to be done. That decision is and must remain human. And why do you need a human at the finish? Well, because those AIs are not 100% reliable. You've all experienced some weird text that is coming out of AI, or weird music, or weird videos. So because the AI is not reliable, you have to check and verify every output from the AI. And you have to make sure it is exactly what you want. If it's not, then change it and make it your own. And also, as humans, we only can hold each other accountable. There's no accountability with AI. You cannot sue an AI. And regulatory frameworks are coming out, but for now, only humans are accountable to humans. So you always need a human at the start and a human at the finish. Fourth pillar is about security. Your personal data as an individual and your company confidential data, you need to keep them safe. Don't send them to the US, don't send them to China, don't even send them to France. Your company confidential information needs to remain inside your company, needs to remain in Malaysia under your jurisdiction. So if you don't send them out, that means you have to invite the AI inside your company, and you have to build a safe AI infrastructure so you can benefit for your most confidential and valuable information to feed it to the AI. Fourth principle. The fifth one, regulation is a moving target. So if some of you are working for French companies here, you're very lucky because you're submitted to 2 regulations. You have to submit yourself to the Malay regulation, to the Malaysian regulation here. So there are a set of laws that you need to respect. But because your company is a French company and is listed in France, you're also submitted to the AI Act, to the European AI regulation. And you need to comply with both at the same time. It may be difficult, but you have to be aware that there is regulation. And these regulations are coming out. How the regulation coming out? Well, there's a problem, we have to patch it. There's a problem, we have to patch it. Because regulation is always coming after technology. It is always coming after the issues are coming. And in every country around the world, every continent, they are trying to catch up with those regulations. So know that they exist. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a specialist in law, but I know that they exist. And finally, and Mr. Shamsul told us about all these very interesting use cases in transportation, healthcare, etc., etc. It's coming out really, really fast. So you need to stay agile and you need to accelerate. An AI project, in my opinion, should not last more than 1 month. You need to be able to deploy technology in a month in a very agile way and collaborative way. Because if it takes you 6 months to deploy your AI project, the technology is obsolete because it's moving way too fast. And also, you need to be extremely careful not to get married with one technology. That's why we say AI needs to be like light bulb. If a light bulb here kind of goes out, you can unscrew it and screw a new one. AI models need to be like this. Whenever you build infrastructure, you want to be able to benefit from the next AI that is coming tomorrow and the AI that is coming in 1 month and 2 months. Because those companies are spending hundreds of millions of dollars to give you a better AI every month. If you stick to one technology, you don't get those benefits from all this money from the investor that they are putting in the new technology. So these are the 6 pillars of AI that we advise companies all around Asia, and we came up with those 6 ones. So train yourself, train your staff, train your colleagues. Augment, give enough information to the AI to be smarter and give you better answer. Control, make sure there's a human at the beginning and a human at the end. Secure, make sure your data is safe. Comply with all the regulation that you're submitted to, so probably the local one and your headquarter one. And finally, accelerate. We cannot treat the AI projects like digitalization projects. They need to be faster, you need your ROI way faster because it's moving so fast. Now, I haven't answered the question, but I already told you I will not answer the first question, but I will give you more hints on what we can do and what all of us here can do and what all of us can decide to do today. So there are several futures that are possible. There are several, I would say, conflicting forces that are pushing or driving this AI revolution. So the first one can be technology. AI is driven by technology. So this that you cannot really see is a map of all the models that have been published. You can look at that website, LLM Stats, and they keep coming. So this slide I have to update every week because there's a new model that is coming up. But I don't care actually about this. And you should, unless you're directly related to the AI industry, this is not what you should care about. You should care about what is important for you, what is important for your business, what is important for your company. But the media, especially the tech media, is only interested in this. But it's just a handful of companies there that are making a lot of noise. And this is not just technology. And technology for the sake of technology doesn't lead humanity in a good direction. AI can be driven by the economy. So this American author, Peter Drucker, is a grandfather of modern management and also creative business books. He predicted that the 21st century will be the age of productivity for knowledge work, which is true and it's important, and it's an important economic force on how we're going to leverage AI by companies for companies. This is true, but again, if this is the only driver of change and this is the only driver of technology, it's going to be profit-driven. And we've seen from the climate change and diversity issues that this is maybe not the only thing we should care about. So, is there another solution? I think there is, and I believe there is. AI can be driven by humans. And AI must be driven by humans if we want an AI for humanity. United Nations is trying to pave the way and understand how AI can be driven by humans. And it starts by every single one of us not being afraid of AI. And understand what it is, and get trained, and make the best use of it. So, when you train yourself, you make it your own, and you make it your ally, and you make it a tool. Because at the end, the technology is just a tool. It's just like a hammer or a blender or a screwdriver. This is something that I can use to make myself more productive. And AI, especially all the creative AIs, they are there for you to create more. To do more other things that are important to you. Whatever your mission is, whatever your goal in life, whatever your passion is, AI can make you more productive and help you to produce more. If you're a musician, you can produce more music faster. And then keep yourself informed. So this is my newsletter. It's totally free. I don't force anybody to scan, but if you want it, go ahead. Because I try to distill what is important, and I want to share this information. My goal is to train 1 million people on AI as fast as I can. So every time somebody reads my newsletters, there's a small bit of understanding that gets out, and that makes me really happy because this is my passion and this is what I'm driven for. And finally, join and build a community. It's Sancho, again, is building a community, is connecting governments, enterprise, and entrepreneurs, and this is really what we need to do. Don't try to figure it by yourself. Don't try to learn AI by yourself and hit your head on the wall and be like, I don't understand why. So build a community inside your company, outside your company, in non-profit organization. We have to decide together that we want to learn together. We can learn from each other. Same way here, Alliance Française, we put people together to learn French, which is quite a difficult language. Even I struggled when I was a kid. So don't try to learn by yourself. Find your community, and if you don't find your community, build your community. Make a Friday morning AI breakfast in your company or in your building, or Saturday afternoon AI workshops in your apartment building. This is the way you can learn faster, this is the way we can accelerate. Don't make it you and the machine just by yourself. And if we do all of this, if we agree that we do all of this, we can decide to use AI for good. So my key message today is, do not let AI happen to you. Make a conscious decision that AI will be your ally, AI will be your tool for your passion, for your business, for everything you want to happen, starting today. Thank you.
They will come down to the floor and
Look here and look this side, sir. Facing this side.
all right, big smile
Thumbs
for the
up.
camera, everybody.
Ambassador.